Hi everyone, so today I have this set that Dime Press has brought to HSN for their July craft day. It is the Christmas citrus stamp and die kit, so let's check this out. It sounds very cute. So I will say that Dime Press did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And the links I'll have down in the description box, possibly embedded in the video, right under the video, or down in the description box if you expand that, will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. It really helps keep the channel going, guys. That's why I'm able to stay here and make these videos for you, so I super appreciate it. Check this out. I love this kind of thing. So it's very pretty. It looks like maybe some like dried fruit kind of cozy vibes here. We have some pine cones and things over here. So stencil, does have a stencil, didn't say that on the package. So we have stencil, stamp, and die in this kit. I see the examples already, which are very pretty, but let's start, here or wherever. Yeah. So it has this gorgeous die. I would say that is the biggest die. It's not the whitest die in the world. A lot of times they give you a measurement just so you know that you have a machine that will cut it, but it is like 1.5 inches wide by 6 3/4 long or so. So you have that beautiful lace kind of background, kind of citrusy look. You have all these sentiments here. You can maybe pause there, wishing you a blessed, and then, Christmas, or however you want to mix things up. Warm winter wishes, sending Christmas cheer to last all year. You have these beautiful layers. So you have your background that has all like the texture to it, and then the topper piece. You have the die that'll help you cut these guys out if you want to use that. You have stamping cuts. So you have stamping, you have the little veining in the citrus fruit, you have a little more accent. And then the die, of course, and then you have this. Same thing for the smaller one. You have little star die cuts. You have these little guys that either you're going to put them in your card, so it looks like an inlay, or you use the pieces that cut out, right? The little stars. You have stamping cut type of sprigs, right, with some layers. This one just has the single layer. This one has the little berries and the sprigs there. You have your bows. So the bow looks like a half piece, but it's just that background piece, and then all the other cute pieces that go on top of that and layer it up however many times you like. You have sprigs, stamp and cut, the pine cones with different layers, and then the dies. You have this beautiful green, or it doesn't have to be green, but the sprig. There you go. I don't know why I said green. It looks like a little star anise that is so cute, and a piece of cinnamon with the little like roll kind of accent. And you cut that. And then over here we have the stencils, which are snowfall and geometric snowflake. So we'll check those out in a minute. And then, just some ideas maybe how you might want to put those things together. Looks really pretty and looks like cozy vibes, right? Okay, let's see. You have your stencil here. I'll give you the idea of the sizing behind it, that it will stencil. It looks like they both stencil at the same area. So 5.5, 4 1/4, which is great. I like when it fills up the whole thing. So you have your little snowfall, and then you have your geometric snowflake. They're pretty. And then you have these guys. Here we go. Your stamps with, again, the vibe that's so pretty, the colorway that they're showing you here gives you a lot of inspo already. The pine cones are so cute. And then over here we have the dies. So again, I already gave you a measurement on that largest one, and then you have your accent pieces here with your little dried fruits. How pretty would these be in like felt, like come out of felt? Your bows and your, sentiments, all that good stuff. So let me grab a card base and think about what I want to do, and we'll get right to it. I'll do a little stenciling for the background just for funsies. You can also run these through machines. If you have a machine that has a rubber mat, you can take your paper, your stencil, the rubber mat, and then whatever plate system you have, and run it through, and it will emboss this into your paper. It'll be very faint, but it looks really pretty. So some other ways to play with stencils. I have this piece of self-adhesive. It's kind of reddish, kind of corally orangey, so I thought it's a pretty color for this. So I'll do 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 to go on my A2 card, which I forgot to bring out. But if you're making your own card base, you want it to be, for A2, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, or a tenfold, it could be 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5, so it's still the same, it just opens differently. So we have this guy and this guy, and I'll just do a little tone on tone inking, I think. So let me grab this. And then the inks that Die Press just came out with. It's been my go-to for these videos here. It's a really nice kit because, I mean, it has everything. You know, you always want different greens, and you have your beautiful red. And I think I'll do the snowflakes. I was thinking about doing the dots. I don't know. Well, we'll just use this one, okay? Since it's here. Closes really nice and tight, as you can see. Let me grab like this, and I'm just gonna hold it, which is probably not the best idea, but that's how I do. So I'm just gonna go around and be careful. And since this is not, you know, anything to write home about this technique, I will be right back. I'm just holding it and just going over the whole thing. Just finishing up with whatever. Oh, see, ink is left here. Just a little something. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands, and this is adhesive paper, so I'm just gonna take that and stick it onto my card base. I love that when you just peel it off and just sticks down. So pretty. Okay, so you guys know I'm mostly a die cutter more than anything, and so I'm going to do a lot of the die cutting, and then we'll go from there. So definitely gonna use these guys, and maybe like this lighter color for this, the smaller piece of citrus there, and then this one can go through like this orangey paper. Both of the toppers for them will go through the cream color, just because I think white is too stark, so I'm going to do like a creamy color. And then we'll definitely need our bow, so I'm going to take pieces of that, this, and this. Run them through some different colors. I don't know if I'm gonna go like Christmassy. I do like the color they have over here, like they're using browns, which is very pretty. We'll see, but I'll run those through some different colors, okay? That will make our bow. And then, you know, I love my sprigs, so probably just like sprigs like this one. Add some greenery, maybe some gold, just to add some different colors, we'll see. But I'll be right back. Guys, so I have some different pieces here. I did run the bow pieces through craft card, so let me just get those guys out. A lot of centers to fall out of those. There we go. I think that's everything. Put this back over here. Get rid of these bits. All right, so as far as these guys, we're just going to remove whatever that is. A little extra glue there. And some glue down, and I got a lot on there, so I'm just gonna tap, 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 and then take this piece here. I'm sorry, I got up really early to do videos, and my son also got up to work out, so he's in and out, in and out. Okay, so there we go. He does these things, I don't even know what, deadlifts maybe, picking up huge weight and then just dropping it. So I was like, can you wait till the end of your workout to do that part? Because I can definitely hear it in here. Anyway, he's very dedicated, so that's good. Okay, so this one, same thing. I'm just going to put glue on the back, and I'm just following like the shape. It's kind of squared off a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, instead of being perfectly round, so that will be right on top of there-ish, maybe here. I just look to see where the best, there it is. I think that right there is good. Okay, I'll be right back. So I'm going to put the bow together just so we have those pieces together, but there is a center I haven't cut yet, so let's just keep an eye on that. And I left them all the same color. I mean, you can definitely do different colors so that you have more variation of color, but it looks like this double piece goes on top, so I'm just going to put a little glue here and put this guy on top of here, so you have more layers, something like that. Gonna hold on to that, okay, before we put the next layer. And then I'll put a little glue on the back of this to get the third piece of your bow. And it just makes a really full looking bow, so just like right there, that is so cute. In the meantime I was holding that, I went ahead and cut out the very center. So basically you're just gonna put a little glue here and get that little centerpiece, and it is a small guy, so I'm trying to get this little centerpiece guy. There you go. He is quite petite, quite little. So I'm just going to grab that and put that in the center also. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna let that set up. I'm gonna play around with this a little bit, put this die up for sure. Let's not misplace that little guy. And see if I need more, if I'm happy with what I have here. I did some greenery, the same thing in green, but I also did it in gold. This one does only face the one way, so just something to think about as you're working with these pieces, you know, to make it look a little different maybe. I don't know. So I'll keep an eye on that. And then our sentiment or something. So let me play with that a little bit. I will be right back. I think I like something like that. And then our sentiment can be in here somewhere. So I'm going to get some glue on this. And sometimes people like to do, they get cling wrap. And once you're happy with what it looks like, you get a piece of cling wrap and stick it on there. Turn it over and then get all your glue down. And then put it back on your card. So I'm just going to put that there. This already has a sticky back to it, so I'm just going to take this off. And put it like right here. I really, really like the way this looks actually. Should we put a dimensional there so it gets a little something? Okay, let's put some dimensionals behind that one. This isn't that critical, I don't know. I'm like, oh, okay, let's put this down. Sure, I can pick that up. Stick that on here. So there's some dimension there. Okay. And since there's a dimension there, I'm going to put glue here to hold this piece down. And when you do things like that, I mean, this can be glued down. It could be up the way it is. If you want to cut dimensionals a little bit smaller, it can also, you can pop some behind there so that it's kind of up. So I just put a little glue behind there. I will hold that down clearly. And then this one too, just a little glue at the very tips here to hold it down. I'm going to put our label somewhere on there, our sentiment, so that'll also help hold it down. I'll be right back. I'm going to put this guy here. It doesn't need that much glue, maybe down towards the bottom here. I'll pop it like there. I'm going to hold that for a little bit. I'll be right back. I have a little piece of that cream colored cardstock left here, and I think I'll use that. You know, stamp in black, stamp in red and green, you know, whatever it is that you think that goes with everything. Maybe we stamp it in red. How about that? So let me get my sentiments. I'm like, where did I put everything? It's right in front of my face. I'm still looking for stuff over here. Let's see. Wishing you a blessed, and then obviously you can finish up with like holiday or Christmas. Have yourself a merry little or at Christmas. I want to cut it with this die. So, okay. Okay, let's do, to mix these up, and I am going for it. So have yourself a merry little, and I'm just going to stamp it, but if you want to use stamp positioner, you know, go for it. Oh, that's the wrong side. Okay. I'm just going for it, so we'll see. Let that soak in. Cute. Looks perfect. And this is the part that maybe you want a stamp positioner for. I'm going to do have yourself a merry little Christmas, and Christmas can, I'm just going to go with it. And you kind of have to keep an idea that, you know, it's going to be in here somewhere. So just, you're going to overlap a little bit, basically. Let's see if I didn't do that too crooked. Ooh, not bad at all. Okay. And then we'll take this guy and run that through. So we have that. I'm looking at the H, the F over there, how the Christmas, the C obviously dips down a little bit. So I'm just trying to eyeball and make sure that That's like straight. Looks good. Little piece of washi there, another one here. I'm going to run that through and we'll have our sentiment and we'll finish up our card. As I was running this through and putting things away, you don't have to just use die cuts as filler, you know, it could be these stamps, like the little stamp, like this little greenery, stamp it behind here and it looks like there's just more, you know, so you can definitely use the stamps as filler without even die cutting them, just use them as something pretty, you know, you place there. Look at this. Oh, I love it. Okay. And then where am I going to put this? Like here. Cute. I mean, it can be lower. Where do I want to put that? I kind of like it right here. And obviously you can read what it says. And should we pop it up? That's my only question. I didn't stick that down very well. Okay, let me put dimensionals on it. I'll be right back. Dimensionals on the back of this guy, and we'll pop it like right here. Okay, and that is what I came up with for this card. Very reminiscent of the inspo picture, but just a little bit different. So always take that inspo if you're not quite sure where to go. Use a little bit of this. I mean, kind of, but not really. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I'll have images coming up. I'll have links in the description box. Again, possibly embedded in the video, just depending on how you're watching. And I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.